That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. This is kicking off our final week of English classes here at Sunshine. We will be studying the book this week. We're going to be doing week 14. This is Speak Now 2. We're going to look at lessons 31 right now. So what would you do? We've all been in that situation before where something happens and we have to decide, what are we going to do, especially if we have screwed up. Yes, we all screw up. It's something that happens in life. It happens to each and every one of us, but we have to make the best of what we can do and figure out how we're going to recover from that problem. And how you recover is more important than making the screw up in the first place. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to start off today with some words that describe things that happen to us. We can be annoyed with someone or something that happens. We can be embarrassed because we've done something wrong or we've done something that makes us look bad. I mean, everything can go wrong, sometimes does go wrong. Your best thing to do is just to know, hey, I screwed up. I'm going to make it right and move forward. There's no way you can go back in time and redo something. So the sooner you admit, hey, I screwed up, you can move forward. Fix the problem, not the blame. It's much, much better that way. It's okay to be upset about things. It's okay to be confused and worried what's going on. But it's also important, move forward. Don't get spending your life looking backwards at the mistakes, because if you look backwards, you're going to be spending your entire time looking backwards. Look forward and see what's coming in the future. So go that way. Don't worry about what happened in the past. It's important to remember it, but don't dwell in the past. All right, so we're going to listen to a conversation about something that can happen to any of us. We could have this happen to us. I've had it happen to me. I've had it happen to me. So let's go ahead. Let's take a listen.
I am so embarrassed.
Why? What happened?
I thought Sandra's birthday was on Sunday night, but it was on Saturday night.
Oh, no. So you missed it?
What do you think I should do?
I'd just be honest and definitely apologize. I'd make sure to get her a birthday present, too.
What time does the mall close?
All right, so he's holding a set of balloons that says happy belated birthday. And this happens. People tend to miss when someone's birthday is. My birthday is a perfect example. In my life, my birthday gets missed more times than it gets celebrated. Not since I've been married. My wife remembers my birthday every year, which is very good. But growing up, my friends often forgot when my birthday was. And my students here in Korea, most of them never knew when my birthday was, because my birthday usually happens very early in the school year here in Korea. My birthday's in March. And my birthday in America, growing up, my birthday almost always fell during spring break. And so a lot of my friends would be on trips, vacations, and they'd come back and say, oh, your birthday was last week. Oh, happy belated birthday. And it happens. It's not a big thing for some people. Other people take it very, very personal, but it's not. It's your birthday or their birthday. Remembering their birthday, even if you remember it late, it's still remembering their birthday. Try not to wait too late, like 6 months later. That's a little bit too long to wait. But if you miss someone's birthday, you miss something important for them, be honest. I completely slipped my mind. I forgot. Even if you're in a relationship and you forget your wedding anniversary, you forget your partner's birthday, it happens. It's not something you do on purpose, but it does happen. What you can do is make sure that it doesn't happen a second time. When it happens over and over, it can become a big problem. So if it happens once, that's okay. Apologize, move on. But don't make it something that happens where every time you forget this. Otherwise, people will not start to follow you and trust you. Now, what could you do for this instance? Kevin forgot the birthday. So what could he do? He's got here an idea of buying some balloons or doing something for his friend Sandra. What you do is not as important as remembering the birthday. Remember, what it is can be more important. Remembering it. Yes, you may get a little bit of things. Don't forget my birthday next year. Okay, I won't forget your birthday. And it will probably become something that people will remind you every time. Hey, do you remember that time you forgot so-and-so's birthday? It may happen, but accept it. It's not good. It's not nice, but it does happen. All right. Now, we have different ways to ask things. We can ask imaginary situations. Another way to say it is calling a hypothetical. Hypothetically means I'm going to give you a situation and it's not real. It could be very real. It could be based on something that really happened. But I'm not speaking of a real event right now. I'm speaking, what would you do if this happened? Would you rather do this or this? Neither one of them is going to happen, but it's always a way of adding a question into a realm of imagination, into a place where, what would I do? Example, let's say you lost your telephone. What would you do? Well, most people would say, well, I'm going to go someplace and I'm going to try calling my telephone from someplace else. This might work, but only if somebody found your phone and if somebody's willing to answer your phone. Another thing you could do, if you've lost something else, go look the last place you know you had it. Something that happened to me last week, as a matter of fact, I lost my wallet. And you may say, teacher, you said you lost your passport. Now you've lost your wallet. Well, I bought something. I put my wallet in my pocket, but I didn't put it all the way into my pocket because I was sitting on my motorcycle at the time. And when I got off the motorcycle, it fell out of my pocket. Fortunately, I realized that I had lost it within about 5 minutes. Went back there and I found my wallet exactly where I had lost it. So I was able to get it back, no problems. But it doesn't always happen. So be sure, think about what you would do. Hypothetical. Put yourself in a position. You lost, your friend broke your laptop. They borrowed it, they broke it. What would you do? Would you make your friend pay for it? Would you make sure that your friend never borrowed anything of yours ever again? What would you do? This is a hypothetical or imaginary situation. What if? Okay. Now, listen to these 4 conversations. What happened to them and how did they feel when this thing's happened? Now, everybody loves surprises. Let's see what these people do with these events.
1.
I got home a little late last night. It was actually my birthday, but I was too busy at work to plan anything. My friend borrowed my apartment key yesterday morning. He said he'd left something there a few days ago and wanted to pick it up. Anyway, when I got home, the place was totally dark. When I turned on the light, a whole bunch of my friends were there, and they all shouted, "Surprise! Happy birthday!"
2.
Some new people moved into the apartment next door to me a few weeks ago. I haven't met them yet, and I never see them anywhere around the apartment building. But late at night, I hear some strange noises coming from their apartment. It sounds like they're making something. Sometimes I hear a sound as if someone is playing a strange musical instrument. What would you do if you were me?
3.
I borrowed a book from a friend a few weeks ago. It was a book her mother gave her, and I know she really liked it. Unfortunately, I spilled some coffee on it. I tried to clean it up, but now several pages have awful coffee stains on them. She won't be happy with me at all. What should I do?
4.
I ran into an old friend of mine at the train station the other day. The last time I saw her was 2 years ago. She looked great, and we're going to get together again for coffee this week. The only thing was that when I first ran into her, I couldn't remember her name. Has that ever happened to you? Luckily, I don't think she noticed.
All right. Now this last one, forgetting people's names happens to me all the time. I apologize to all of my students right now. When you come up to me in the hallway or you see me around campus and you say, "Oh, hi teacher, how are you doing?" and I don't use your name, I've probably forgotten it. And it's not because I don't remember you. It's not because I don't know you. I have a good memory of faces and of the way that people talk. I remember things, but names are very difficult for me to remember sometimes. So if I don't use your name, it's not because I don't know you. It's probably because I've forgotten your name. I get new students every semester. If I've had you in class 2 or 3 times, most of the time I'm going to remember who you are. But if I've only seen you in class a few times, I may not remember you right away. So it happens. There's nothing wrong with that. If you see somebody, go ahead and reintroduce yourself. They can always say, "Oh yeah, I remember your name." It's usually to cover up that they forgot your name, but there's nothing wrong with that. All right, now, what would you do if this situation happened? Someone gave you an expensive gift, but you don't like it. This is a hypothetical situation. What would you do in that situation? Or a friend borrowed $100 and keeps forgetting to pay you back. Or you found an envelope on the sidewalk with a large amount of money in it. What would you do? These are called hypothetical situations. And in job interviews, sometimes you will have one or more of these questions asked to you. It's a good idea to sit, think about what you would do, because how you respond to the situation can tell a lot about who you are. All right, so let's move on. And let's get to everybody's favorite part of the day. Yes, we're going to get to our workbook. All right, so now go back, look at the vocabulary, and unscramble these words. Make sure that you know how to spell them. For diaon probably would be translated back into annoyed. So what could you do for the other 7 words? And then go back, which of these are positive and which are negative? Some can be both, they're neutral, they don't have one feeling positive or negative, they're in the middle, but some are definitely negative. Annoyed, for example, would be a very negative feeling. All right, answer the questions and put them for your own answers. What would you do if you forgot your homework? I can tell you what I would ask you to do. Be honest. If you forgot your homework, teacher, I'm sorry, I forgot my homework. Okay. Being honest, at least for this one, yes, your teacher will be upset. Yes, your professor will be upset. But lying about it and then getting caught in a lie, that, my friends, is much worse. So try not to do that. Honesty is always the best policy. All right, so Miss Maggie says, now this is an article written to a newspaper, and there have been many articles and columns that are written, and you write to them with your problem, and then they give you some advice back. Now the advice, take it, as they say, the expression is take it with a grain of salt, meaning don't necessarily follow it exactly. This is what that person would do. It's okay to ask people their advice, but in the end, you must make your own decision. And it must be a decision that you can stand and live with. If it's okay, if you're good, it's like, hey, this is good. I like this. This is something that I'm not going to worry about, or something where I'm going to die. Make your best choice, but it's yours in the end. You can ask advice, but it's your decision. Miss Maggie says, Dear Miss Maggie, this might sound like a silly problem, but it's really bothering me. I love birthdays. Whenever one of my friends or relatives has a birthday, I make a really big deal of it. I buy presents for them, I decorate their desk or car, I bake a cake, I even buy balloons. My birthday was last week. My sister completely forgot. 2 days later, she sent me an email. I'm so annoyed. I haven't answered yet. What should I do? Sad sister. Dear sad sister, I wish you were my friend. I like birthdays too and would love to get a cake and balloons. However, not everyone feels the same. And I wouldn't be so upset. Maybe your sister doesn't care about birthdays, or maybe she had other things going on. Doesn't mean that she doesn't love you. She may be embarrassed. I would answer her email and try not to worry about the problem anymore. Miss Maggie. It happens. People forget. Some people really go out and enjoy celebrating other people's birthday, and then they expect, oh, on my birthday, I expect everybody to do that back for me. It doesn't work that way, though. If you enjoy celebrating other people's birthdays, congratulations, enjoy it, and bring joy and happiness to other people. But, here's the big but, the caveat that's attached to this. Do not expect it back. This is one of those things in life. It's a one-way street. You can give of yourself everything that you want. You can give to everyone. And if you do that and it makes you feel good, excellent. Keep doing that. But don't expect people to do it back, because each person in the world is different. And we all respond differently. What is good for one person may not be the same way for everybody else. So be careful. If you go and you celebrate and you're always doing something nice for this person's birthday, but they never do anything back for you, it's not something you take personal. It's not something that's like, well, you never do anything back for me. I do everything. I remember every birthday of yours, but you never remember mine. It doesn't mean that. It's just that these people, they don't think about birthdays the same way that you do. For you, make the choice on what you want other people to think about you. That's the only thing you can control. Remember, you're doing it not because, oh, this is their birthday. I have to do something for their birthday. I have to do this. I have to do nothing. You have to do nothing. You choose to do something. If you choose to do it, great. Keep it up. It's a great thing. And the people that really appreciate it will appreciate it. The people who, well, maybe it's time to go on and look at. And then that's what you do in the end. Yes, that was done on purpose. It's up to you and how you feel on your way of celebrating other people. If it makes you feel good to celebrate for other people, do it. But don't expect it back. All right. Now, go back, answer the questions for this. The advice the columnist is named, answer the questions the best that you can. All right, now don't forget, this is your next to last chance to be able to earn some points. Write a letter about an imagined or real problem. I've had several times in my life that I've had birthdays forgotten. I've asked for things and nothing's happened. But I've also had times where I've really needed help and things have come about. So write something that's really happened. Or if you don't have something that really happens, or I don't want to talk about this one, this is embarrassing to me, don't make up something. I won't be able to tell the difference. And then we'll talk about those in class and have some fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is getting close to the end, and I hope that you're having fun. We got 2 more videos, and then we'll be finished with videos for the semester. So until then, have yourself a great and wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.